on the beat. Mixin' on the beat.
Tattoo, please.
ゆうげん、どこにいるの？
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
October 21st, 1975.
Alright, there we go. Okay, let me pause the music. Now let's make this green. There we go. Doing all green tonight. Alright, welcome back to another stream. Okay, so today I do not have a lot of videos to react to, but I might react to the UFC press conference that's about to come on in a few minutes. I'm not expecting it to be good, but if it's not good, then I'll probably just get off and either watch some other videos or you know, play video games, but that's the plan for today. All right. Another terrible intro, but that's all right. Okay. Watch later. There we go.
Here's what the NCAA had to say.
All right, so what's going on in college basketball? So college basketball has a major problem.
Here's what the NCAA had to say about this, and yeah, you don't get to be a rocket scientist to figure out. They're pissed off. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great day. Hope all of you having a great week. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. And man, oh man, we got to talk about our crazy college basketball. Let me say it again, college basketball situation. Not football, basketball. You heard me correctly. And yes, this is still the MBG channel, so don't be confused. And look, I know most of y'all know me as the college football guy, rightfully so, because that is, I'd say, 95% of the content we post on the channel. However, if you really know your boy Matt, you would know I'm also a diehard college basketball fan. I love basketball just as much as football. And I would talk about it more in what we do outside of March Madness, but the unfortunate reality is, and truth is, people just don't care for college basketball content. And my goal on the channel is to make content you guys want to see. But if you want to see more basketball videos, I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. No promises. But for
I mean, especially around March Madness time. Which he will post videos about, obviously post basketball videos around March Madness time.
Now, at least we got to lock in, we got to get down to business and talk about this bizarre situation in the college basketball world. Take a guess who it involves. You know who. Well, if you don't know, I'm about to enlighten you. Alabama! Normally, we're clapping up for the Alabama football team, but this time we're clapping up for the basketball team. The Alabama basketball team has set the college basketball world on fire because they just picked up an NBA player. Yeah,
What?
You heard me correctly. Alabama, the college basketball team, has an NBA player on their team now, and he's joining mid-season. If you're confused by this, don't worry. You should be. But don't worry. Your boy MBG, I'm going to break it down step by step and explain what's going on. So this is Mr. Charles Bediako. I don't expect you to know who this guy is, but I am going to explain it. I'll give you a very brief summary. This is all you need to know. He's a former Alabama basketball player, and he hasn't played for Bama in a couple of years now. He entered the 2023 NBA draft, went undrafted, and then he's been playing in the G League ever since for 3 years. It's not even like Bediako was on last year's team.
Okay, Charles Bediako played at Alabama for 2 years, entered the 2023 NBA draft, went undrafted, played in the G League for 3 years, now resuming his remaining 2 years of collegiate eligibility at Alabama. Ridiculous that he's allowed to return to college basketball. That's insane. If something like that's gonna happen, then technically LeBron's able to go to college if he wanted to, like play college basketball if he wanted to. If you can think about it, because he has He has like he never been to college. Oh wait, what are you saying? It says, "Yo, how is you is quick question. Is you the guy who put cheese in my cheeseburger? If so, freak you." Okay, you're trolling. No, I did not put cheese in your cheeseburger. No, it wasn't me, dude. Okay, never mind. You're cool then? Alright.
It's been quite some time. Well, fast forward time into early today, which is going to be Wednesday morning. You'll see this video. Should be uploaded by Wednesday night. Some rumors and reports are coming out that Charles Bediako's trying to come back to Alabama. Now, when I first saw this as an Alabama basketball fan, I was like, wait, what? Bediako? He hasn't played for us in years. What's going on? It didn't make any sense to me. That guy's long gone. He's been playing in the G League for a couple years now. What are we talking about? I thought it was a joke, but no, come to find out.
Oh, you said, so how does it feel knowing the Suns winning it all and Booker getting MVP? I mean, if that happens, that would be amazing. That would be insane if that happens. But hopefully the Lakers will win it all. But that may not happen.
There was some validity to it. There's some substance. His attorney wound up filing a waiver to try to get him back to Alabama. And to make a long story short, he has been granted, I can't even believe this is real, a temporary restraining order and is immediately, let me say it again, immediately eligible to participate for Alabama basketball. I got a couple sources down there in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He practiced with the team today. Do you know how insane that is? He played in a G League game, I think it was a week ago. Just imagine I sat up here for 10 minutes and said how crazy the situation is. You get it, I get it. It's just, it's hard to.
He should have stuck to basketball. What do you mean? Who stick to basketball?
Fathom this is even real. It is absurd. He is officially on the team, guys. He's back at Alabama. He's practicing. Is he going to play Saturday against Tennessee? I have no idea, but you can't tell me that wouldn't be hilarious. I'm going to read this off word for word as well, just so you guys have all the updated information. Tuscaloosa County Judge James Roberts on Wednesday granted Charles Bediako a temporary restraining order against the NCAA, making him eligible to play immediately for Alabama. Bediako, a G League player, last played for Alabama in 2023. Here is the temporary restraining order. I'm going to read this off word for word because I think it's interesting. This matter having come before the court for consideration upon plaintiff's motion for temporary restraining order and/or preliminary injunction against defendant, National Collegiate Athletic Association, which is the NCAA, and the court having considered same, it is order a judge and...
Oh, you said what did he do? Okay, so basically, hold on, let me go back. Alright, so this guy... Alright, hold on. I'm going to go back a little bit. Alright, so this guy, Charles Bediako, he played college football... I mean, not college football. College basketball a couple of years ago. And then he entered the NBA draft and went undrafted and played in the G League for a couple of years. And now he's going back to college to play college basketball, and he has 2 years of collegiate eligibility.
A temporary restraining order conducted, whichever is earlier, or unless the parties agree to extend the temporary restraining order. In other terms, to dumb all that Joe...
So why you got a restraining order? Yeah, I gotta go back. Hold on. He'll explain it.
And the court having considered same, it is order a judge and decreed as follows. The defendant, NCAA, is hereby restrained from applying or enforcing its bylaws or any other rules or regulations in such a manner as to deny Mr. Bediako's eligibility to compete in Division I athletics for the University of Alabama's basketball program. 2. That upon the basis of the foregoing, Mr. Bediako is immediately eligible to participate in all team activities with the University of Alabama's basketball program, including, but not limited to, team meetings, practices, and games. 3. The NCAA is further restrained from threatening, imposing, attempting to impose, suggesting, or implying any penalties or sanctions on Mr. Bediako or the University of Alabama, its coaches, and yada yada yada. Here's the juicy part, though. You need to pay attention to this. Once this order takes effect, it shall remain in effect for 10 days or until the hearing on the plaintiff's motion for preliminary injunction is conducted, whichever is earlier, or unless the parties agree to extend the temporary restraining order. In other terms, to dumb all that Joe Schmo nerdy legal talk down, this buys him, or grants him, probably that's a better way of saying it, 10 days. That meaning there's a possibility, I'm not saying this is going to happen, just a possibility that Bediako, he plays Saturday with Alabama, and that is his, not really his first, but you get what I'm saying. It's his first game back with Alabama, but also his last. Here's what the NCAA had to say about this.
So he's only going to play 10 days and 10 days of college football? I mean, I keep saying college football. College basketball?
And yeah, you don't get to be a rocket scientist to figure out. They're pissed off. Reading this off word for word, this is from our boy Pete Thamel. These attempts to sidestep NCAA rules and recruit individuals who have finished their time in college or signed NBA contracts are taking away opportunities from high school students, which I just strongly disagree with, but I'll come back to that in just a second. A judge ordering the NCAA let a former NBA player take the court Saturday against actual college student athletes is exactly why Congress must step in and empower college sports to enforce our eligibility rules. Last part, that's great. The first part, not so much, because they're talking about Charles Bediako coming back to college ball. Well, let me ask you a question. How is he taking away an opportunity from a high school athlete? He's not. He's joining mid-season. Now, if he were to join heading into next year, yes, that makes total sense. He will be taking away an opportunity from somebody else, which I'm not a fan of. Which I'm not a fan of this in general. I'll get to all that in just a second. But he's not taking away an opportunity from anybody by joining mid-season. You know what Alabama's response to the NCAA was? That lengthy response they wrote? Something short, simple, and sweet. I also found it comical. Alabama said, and I quote, "The University of Alabama supports Charles and his ongoing efforts to be reinstated for competition while he works to complete his degree." Are you kidding me, my brother? Complete his degree? Get the F out of here. Yeah, that's why he's coming back to Alabama, to complete and finish
his degree. Okay, yeah, right.
His degree. Shaking my head. Alabama's just trolling the NCAA at this point. I'm a Bama fan telling you this, by the way. That's just stupid. You know why he's coming back to Bama? You know why Alabama's supporting it? Because he's got to get down there and get them rebounds.
Nah, man, he's coming back to ball. He's coming back to ball out.
Now, as far as this goes for Alabama basketball team and Nate Oates, yeah, if they can get Bediako, that'd be a huge pickup because Alabama, the one position they're lacking at is the center. Alabama needs some depth there. They got Aiden Sherrill, but they need another guy they can plug in. Bediako, for those of you who don't really know how good he is, I thought it was good for Alabama when he was there, and there's a reason he left early. He thought he was going to get drafted potentially, and, things didn't work out, but at the college level, I thought it was good, and I'd love for him to come back. Am I saying I support this? Absolutely not. It's messed up. In college basketball, it's a hot mess. I don't like this, but what have I told you guys? Don't act like I'm switching up. What have I told you with the transfer portal, NIL, everything going on with college football? It's the same thing with college basketball. Apply it to that. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Alabama's not the first program to do this. Baylor did it earlier in the year. They got a former G League and NBA guy on their team. Actually, here's the thing with Baylor. The guy they brought back, he got drafted 31st overall, so he actually got drafted. Bediako didn't even get drafted. I'm not saying it makes it better, but the Baylor one's a worse situation. You're talking about a guy that got drafted to the NBA. Just so we're on the same page, let me clarify, and I don't want y'all to get this mixed up or get me twisted. I don't support this going on with college sports, especially college basketball, at all. But if this can help out my favorite team, Alabama, then yes, absolutely. I'm going to be rooting for it to happen, and I hope it does. If you can find a loophole like Baylor has and like Alabama's doing now, you might as well try to exploit it. That's my thoughts on that as far as it goes for this Alabama basketball team. If they don't add Bediako, they have a 0% chance of winning a national championship. You can't win a national championship with great guard play and no centers. Aiden Sherrill's good, but they just don't have enough depth there. They can't do it. They can't even compete with Florida in the SEC. And we've seen that with Alabama. Every single year they get to the Elite Eight or get to the Final Four, they wind up getting squashed by a team with great big play. But if Bama can add Bediako, I'm telling you, that immediately turns them into a national title contender. I tweeted that out earlier, and I believe it. This would be a monumental pickup for this Bama team. Their guard play is great. Philon, one of the best players in the nation, not just the SEC. Aiden Holloway's having an outstanding season. He's almost shooting 50% from the three-point line. Houston Millette's unsung hero. Alabama's got a good group, but they're missing one key piece. And Bediako, ironically enough, is that key piece. That's kind of crazy to say because most teams would benefit from bringing back a G League player, but you get my point. Here's the last thing I'll say when out this video. If Bediako does play Saturday against Tennessee, I think this will be a good and bad thing for college basketball. Let me explain. It will be bad short term because everybody's going to go, this is dumb, this is stupid, how is this even possible? But that's why it's going to be good, because it's going to be so bad. Eventually, something's going to happen. I don't know who's going to step in, but somebody's going to step in, and they're just going to stop this from happening in the future. Keep you guys updated, but man, oh man, would it be funny if Bediako suits up against Tennessee. Could you imagine he goes out there, has like 30 points, 20 rebounds? Oh my goodness. Well, here's why I think it'd be funny. Because everybody hates Alabama in the first place, so I just think it'd be funny because we're going to be pissing off everybody if he does play. I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know your thoughts down below.
Wow. Okay. Man, college basketball teams really getting former G League and NBA players on their team. Crazy. That is crazy work. Okay. Should I watch this video? The rookie quarterbacks, how did they perform? Why not? Let's watch it.
Year one for the 2025 quarterback class is in the books. We saw some great promise from some, while others struggled. In today's video, we will take a look at every rookie quarterback that got significant playing time in 2025 and see how their seasons went. There were 5 true rookies that got significant play time, as well as JJ McCarthy, who isn't technically a rookie since this was his second NFL season. However, because of that injury he sustained last preseason, it really ended its rookie year before it got started, so we can pretty much count 2025 as his true rookie year. Alright, with that out of the way, let's take a look at our first quarterback. First up, we have Cam Ward. Cam Ward was drafted #1 overall by the Tennessee Titans. No surprise, Tennessee achieved this pick by being the worst team in the NFL in 2024. They finished 3-14, and by the end of that year, they understood that second-round quarterback Will Levis was not the guy. Ward was the top prospect in what was considered a weak class. He was a former zero-star recruit who did well at Washington State before transferring to Miami and shooting up draft boards after a special 2024 season.
You know, we are still underrating the fact that Cam Ward, a former zero-star recruit, had no stars, none. Coming out of high school, went to different colleges, like Incarnate Ward. I think that's his first college. Then he transferred to Washington State, and then transferred to Miami. And he balled out in Miami, and became a Heisman and was a Heisman finalist. And became the first and was the first overall pick in the 2025 draft. I think we're underrating the fact that how ridiculous that sounds. Like that is ridiculous.
And I like Fedora, but I also like Cam Ward because he came up the hard way. You know, he doesn't have 5-star syndrome like a lot of these guys. They were stars in high school. He didn't get recruited in high school. If I was a coach right now, I would be on somebody's rear about who recruited that area and didn't see this guy.
And Shedeur said, like, hey, we should make a song together or whatever. And he go, I don't make songs. He said, I'm a football player. When people search Cam Ward, I want to say American football. That is all I want.
For his composure, ability to extend plays, and playing more like a pocket passer, Ward compared to Jordan Love coming out of college.
They weren't flashing the scores down there. Ward lost the football, scooped up by Chason.
The first 6 games of Ward's rookie season were rough. He got sacked more than any other quarterback in the league. The team only won a single game in this stretch, and he threw more interceptions than touchdowns.
I mean, if we keeping a buck right now, we ass. So we 0-4.
The start of the season was so disastrous that the team fired head coach Brian Callahan after game number 6. The team continued to struggle after Callahan's firing, finishing the season with just 3 wins, which had them tied for the worst record in the NFL. The one redeeming fact about the season was Ward showed some improvement by the end.
And a career day for you. You set a new Titans rookie record for passing yards. You passed Marcus Mariota.
Following his first 6 starts, his next 10 saw better efficiency numbers. He was sacked less often, threw more touchdowns and less interceptions on average, and his passer rating skyrocketed by over 20 on average. Overall, Cam Ward had a mediocre rookie season due to a variety of factors. Rookie quarterbacks need great support around them, and he just did not have that. Combine that with poor play from Ward, and you have a forgettable year that leaves fans frustrated, hoping that things improve next season. It's not much consolation, but at least there was that slight improvement that we saw from Ward, plus the O-line did have some better continuity by the end of the year. With the hiring of Robert Saleh, we will see how this affects this young quarterback moving forward. Now, before we continue on to our next quarterback, this video is brought to you by SeatGeek. I recently went to the college football semifinal between Indiana and Oregon.
I'm more of the
Dart.
Jackson Dart should not be drafted in the first round.
I'm more of the Jackson Dart's more of a day 2 and beyond type of player than he is a day 1. I know we've heard plenty of rumors about him going in round 1.
With the 25th pick in the first round, the New York Giants traded up to select Ole Miss quarterback Jackson Dart. Considering everybody believed Ward and Shedeur Sanders would be the first 2 quarterbacks off the board, this was a surprise.
Stand up. Let me see your snap count.
You ready?
Yeah. No, I want to hear the snap count.
Yeah.
Really? Every time?
Every time.
Do you have like a dummy clap or anything?
Yeah, we call it purple.
What's that? No shit.
Yeah.
For 3 years, you've been clapping. I think I could do that.
Let me hear it.
No, I ain't doing it.
Dart was a talented prospect, but there was plenty of analysts who didn't even see him as a round 1 talent, and certainly not ahead of Shedeur. This led to an ongoing conversation during the draft about how large the gap was between what the media believed versus what NFL teams actually thought.
People are going to go, Shedeur Sanders, why did he slide? Why did he fall? He didn't slide. He didn't fall. This is where the NFL viewed him. You were misled by people that didn't know what they were talking about.
Dart was known for his playmaking ability outside the pocket, drawing comparisons to Gardner Minshew with the build of Bo Nix. There was even some similarities of playstyle between him and Brock Purdy. And here's how NFL.com's Lance Zierlein described him. Dart has a stocky build and average physical attributes, but good makeup and intangibles. He's fairly accurate and won't strike anyone as a runner, but he can find some tough yards on the ground. For the first 3 games, he served as the backup to Russell Wilson, but the team struggled in those 3 games, and going into game number 4, Brian Daboll named Dart the starting quarterback. And from his debut, Dart looked impressive.
Dart, he can run. Can he ever? He can run all the way to the end zone.
In his first 3 starts, the team went 2-1, with both of those wins coming against future playoff teams.
Let's go. Oh, yeah, let's go. Okay.
Ripped off the shirt.
Yeah, let's go.
The combination of Dart and running back Cam Scatterbo became a national storyline. These 2 rookies were making the Giants one of the most fun teams in the league to watch. This was something Giants fans just weren't used to. One of his knocks coming out of college was he wasn't that special of a runner, but Dart proved how valuable he was on the move. Now, after the initial hot start, the team began to struggle and went back to losing. After a 4th quarter collapse versus the Bears, head coach Brian Daboll was fired. Around this time, Dart missed a few games due to injury, but he came back and finished the season totaling 12 starts.
If I would have told you 6 months ago that we would be close to Halloween, and there's not a soul in the NFL, including the Titans, that would take Cam Ward over Jackson Dart, you would have had a big smile on your face. You're like, are you serious? How good is this looking?
By the end, Dart had helped lead the Giants to their most points per game since Eli Manning's last full year in 2018. And this was without Scatabo and Neighbors for most of the season due to injury. Dart produced a higher passer rating than all the other rookies, and this puts...
Okay, so here's the thing about Jackson Dart. When he scrambles, he never slides at all. Like, he's always trying to truck the defenders and instead of sliding. Like, he already had multiple concussions. Like, if he keeps doing that, then he's not going to have a long career in the NFL. Like, hopefully next season he'll start sliding a little more often.
Right near league average, and his running ability proved to be extremely effective as he added close to 500 yards and 9 touchdowns on the ground. It's even crazier knowing how tough the Giants' schedule was. As of now, Giants fans are optimistic about Dart and the offense, saying things like this was the most fun offense they've watched in years, despite not getting more wins. And with John Harbaugh becoming this team's next head coach, for the sake of Dart,
that should be exciting seeing Harbaugh as their next head coach as their head coach for next season. That should be exciting.
And his future, it's a good time to be an optimistic Giants fan. Next up.
And the Giants, they're going to get a wide receiver too as well. Probably Carnell Tate in the NFL draft. I'm assuming either Carnell Tate or Jordan Tyson. That should be a fun team to watch. For sure.
Tyler Shough.
Oh,
Tyler
my
Shough.
God. Oh, we're getting real weird now.
Oh, this is getting out of hand.
When Tyler Shough was drafted, people were shocked. Shedeur Sanders was still surprisingly on the board.
Yeah, it shocked me too. Like, when it happened, I could not understand why they drafted Tyler Shough over Shedeur Sanders. I was like, what is the Saints doing? What are they doing?
And somehow the Saints took a guy that nobody was really talking about. Shough was a tall, older prospect who was seen as a high floor, low ceiling type of player. Coming out of Louisville, Shough was close to the age of Jalen Hurts, and he compared to guys like Kirk Cousins, Blake Bortles, Nick Foles, and Matt Castle, those traditional pocket passing taller quarterbacks. For the first half of the season, he served as the backup to Spencer Rattler. And with the Saints looking like one of the worst teams, if not the worst team in football at 1-7, head coach Kellen Moore made the decision to start Tyler Shough. This wasn't a highly talked about move around the league just due to how bad the team had been, plus the lack of hype for Shough. However, despite that, Shough was impressive. In his third start, Shough threw for 282 yards and 2 touchdowns with a 128.9 passer rating. This was the first of 3 times that he put up at least a 110 QB rating. The team began to rattle off late season victories. Shough had another great performance to sweep Carolina, and then he put on a clinic versus Cam Ward and the Titans, throwing for his second 300-yard game in a row, with an eye-popping 142.7 passer rating.
I got a text from a guy on their staff, I think after his first start, that said, we got a guy. He's big, he can run, he has touch.
When the season was over, Shough finished 3rd in the NFL in completion percentage, 7th in yards per game.
26-year-old rookie. Wow.
And 8th in passer rating since taking over as the starter. Saints fans on Reddit described him as having, quote, great accuracy and seemingly vet-level pocket presence. He finished with nearly an identical passer rating to Jackson Dart, and he went 5-4 as the starter, which makes you wonder with how bad the NFC South was, if they would have started him from the beginning, would they have made the playoffs?
Make it 4 wins in a row, 333 yards on the day for you. How much fun are you guys having out there? How much confidence are you playing with?
I mean, you said it. We're just having fun.
As a mid-round pick, you can say that Shough has been quietly solid, but due to where he was drafted, nothing is guaranteed. Teams don't necessarily build around you just because you had a decent season. Oftentimes, draft position does affect how a team views you, regardless of performance. As of now, Shough has done enough to at least get another starting season to continue to prove himself. Up next, Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. The next two quarterbacks drafted in 2025 are sort of inseparable for better or for worse, and that's because they were drafted to the same team. In the third round, the Browns also shocked everyone, taking Oregon's Dillon Gabriel. This was a prospect that most felt was a late round pick due to his lack of physical traits. He's small, doesn't possess a big arm, doesn't really have that much athletic ability. He projected as a high floor backup in a McVay-Shanahan type scheme.
When I think Dillon Gabriel, I do not think Cleveland, Ohio, wind pumping, playing the Baltimore Ravens or the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think that pick's kind of crazy.
People were thinking, how do you not pick Shedeur Sanders here before Dillon Gabriel? Well, 2 rounds later, with Shedeur still on the board, the Browns did draft the Colorado quarterback, which instantly became the biggest story of the entire weekend.
I think it's disgusting. I don't understand what the heck's going on with this. 5th player on my board. It's never happened.
Yeah, just, oh man. Now, looking back on that, it was wild at the time. We all thought that Shedeur Sanders was the second best quarterback in the draft class. And he went all the way down to the 5th round. I was like, how did that happen? And why did all those teams pass on him if he was supposed to be the second best quarterback in the draft? You're just like, what is going on?
Before in 47 years where a player that high has dropped this far into the 4th round, a quarterback that's sitting there in round 4 with other quarterbacks being taken who aren't as good as Shedeur, aren't even close, in my opinion. The NFL has been clueless for 50 years.
And I've seen the clips of Mel Kiper crashing out about that situation.
Quarterback.
Shedeur Sanders, the son of the legendary Deion Sanders, was expected to be an early 1st-round pick. He's a playmaking quarterback who has a calm poise in the pocket, who on any given play can give you an ESPN top 10 deep bomb or get sacked for a 20-yard loss. Combine that with his flashy personality, and you have the makings of a polarizing prospect. And the conversation around Shedeur was amplified tenfold as the season progressed. It was one storyline after another. Why did the Browns front office look unhappy when they selected him? Did the owner force his hand like he's known to do? You also heard things like, Stefanski hates him. Also, he's the best quarterback on the Browns. Why is he not getting a chance? Then you have others who say he's lucky to have gotten drafted. Oh, and then there was that time that Dillon Gabriel dissed him in a preseason endgame interview apparently. Maybe. Anything and everything turned into a story. And entering the 2025 season, the Browns initially had 4 quarterbacks, but they traded away Kenny Pickett before the regular season began. Once the regular season started, it was back to classic Cleveland Browns football. They lost a bunch of games, then they benched their starter, which in this case was Joe Flacco. This gave Dillon Gabriel a chance to prove himself. In 6 games, he was rather unspectacular. He wasn't atrocious, but because of his limitations, the offense was unexplosive, unproductive, and uninteresting. They didn't push the ball down the field and averaged 18 points a game in his first 5 starts, before he got injured against the Ravens. This gave Shedeur Sanders his first opportunity to be the Browns quarterback, and they never looked back. Honestly, it's kind of hard not to feel bad for Gabriel. The narrative was always against him due to having been drafted with Shedeur Sanders.
Man, it was, yeah, I do feel bad for him too. Like, he did get a lot of hate, and it wasn't deserved. It wasn't. Yeah, sure, he wasn't the best when he played for the Browns, but man, he did get a lot of hate because he was starting over Shedeur, obviously. And Kevin Stefanski seemed to like Dillon Gabriel more than Shedeur Sanders.
Despite being picked before him, the media focused on Sanders like the picks were swapped. The organization did favor Gabriel though, and all in all, his performance was mediocre. He didn't do anything terribly, but there just wasn't much juice that he brought to the table. He looked like a backup. And now that Stefanski's gone, it's hard to know what his future in Cleveland looks like. Now, for Shedeur, after riding the pine for the first 9 games, he got his first action of the season in game number 10, like I said. And to put it lightly, the rest of the year was a roller coaster. He won his first start, becoming the first Browns quarterback to win his first start since 1995. Then he balled out against the Titans, putting up nearly 400 total yards and 4 touchdowns. Then he was atrocious, throwing 3 picks in a blowout loss to Chicago. He would proceed to have multiple turnovers in each of the following couple of games. Shedeur would make these amazing deep ball throws, but then he would throw jarring interceptions. He miraculously would escape sacks and dodge defenders to make a highlight reel first down. Then on the flip side, he would get sacked often for massive losses. It was an experience that, as a Browns fan, would have been infuriating if we were in the playoff hunt, but we were so bad that it was just more entertaining than anything. In the end, Shedeur went 3-5 as the starter with 2 wins against division rivals to end the season. Statistically,
1,400 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions.
He was atrocious. He finished with 7 passing touchdowns and 10 interceptions. He also had a 68.1 passer rating and a brutal 19.0 QBR. When comparing the 2 rookie quarterbacks, Gabriel was more stable, but offered no juice, no explosiveness, and the offense suffered because of it. Sanders was much more exciting, but he was a roller coaster that couldn't be relied on consistently, and the offense suffered because of that. If you had to pick one, you'd probably pick Shedeur since he has more physical tools, but either way, both guys struggled in possibly the league's worst offense.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter because the Browns are not a good team. They're terrible. No matter who's the starter, Shedeur or Gabriel, they're still gonna lose a bunch of football games. That is what it is. They're the Cleveland Browns, the worst organization in the NFL.
It's hard to succeed with the 32nd ranked receiving core and the 30th ranked offensive line, plus a trash run game. Lastly, JJ McCarthy. Now, for the last quarterback in this video, JJ McCarthy was a first-round pick meant to replace Kirk Cousins. But he got injured, and while injured, Sam Darnold became a Pro Bowler and for a brief moment made the Vikings look like a Super Bowl contender. But the question loomed throughout the season, what are they going to do at quarterback in 2025? Well, they let Sam go, for obvious reasons, and they rolled with their 2024 first-round pick.
Man, boy, that was a... Looking back on that decision, man, that was definitely a mistake. It was a mistake. And yes, you will understand, like we all understand that they wanted to give JJ McCarthy a chance, a guy that they picked in the first round, a chance to play. But wow, that was such a terrible idea to move on from Sam Darnold.
Compared to guys like Alex Smith coming out of college for his athleticism and game manager potential. He was never asked to carry the Michigan offense in college, but he did come through in clutch moments.
Because at Michigan, they did run the ball a lot at Michigan. Like he threw in the national championship, he only threw 10 passes? Yeah, he didn't throw the ball a lot. JJ McCarthy didn't. He was typically handing off the ball to either Blake Corum or Donovan Edwards.
And the Vikings felt like really that's all they needed at quarterback with how loaded their offense was. But things were ugly from the get-go. He looked atrocious for 3 quarters on opening day versus the Bears. Then he did rally in the 4th quarter in an impressive way to win that game. But the following week, it was back to really bad football. He threw 2 picks and fumbled 3 times in a crushing loss to the Falcons. He also got hurt in that game, which caused him to miss 2 months. Some speculate that this was a soft benching to reset. He returned in November, and despite a low yardage output, helped defeat the Lions in Detroit. After that, it was mostly rough. He had multiple multi-interception games in a row, low production outputs, and he got hurt again. In the end, the Vikings finished 9-8, which isn't overly reflective of how the season felt. JJ McCarthy finished with one of the lowest passer ratings in the NFL, throwing more interceptions than touchdowns. The offense turned the ball over more than any other team, and honestly right now Vikings fans are divided on him. Some feel like he needs more time, while others feel like his lack of production with this great offense and coaching staff, while being injury prone, are concerns you can't look past. Seeing how good things have gone for Sam Darnold in Seattle also makes things hurt even worse.
Dude, I know that Vikings fans just wish they had Sam Darnold on their team. I know they do. I know they miss Sam Darnold, and they want Sam Darnold back on their team. Because, I mean, obviously, like, look what he's doing at Seattle.
Let's quickly run through the other rookie quarterbacks who I didn't cover in depth due to not playing
Quinn
as
Ewers.
much. Third-round project Jalen Milroe served as the third stringer in Seattle, and he had 3 random carries during the season and no passes thrown. Brady Cook is an undrafted free agent out of Missouri who started 4 games for the Jets this year. It was brutal. They got blown out in all 4 of his starts, and overall, he had 2 passing touchdowns and 7 interceptions. After Miami put Tua on the bench, the 7th round Quinn Ewers got his chance to start 3 games. He was not great. He had a pretty good game against Tampa, but overall didn't give much for Dolphins fans to be excited about. For the Colts, Riley Leonard started 1 game and filled in for Daniel Jones in another. While the game that he filled in for Jones was so atrocious that it led to the team signing Phillip Rivers, his start at the end of the season against Houston was promising. The 6th round pick looks like a potential decent backup with time. And lastly, undrafted free agent Max Brosmer was thrown to the Wolves in Minnesota for 2 games. And it went about as bad as things could have gone, although he did okay filling in here and there later in the season. Who knows if he'll make the roster again moving forward. For fun, I've gathered the passer ratings for every rookie quarterback with at least 200 pass attempts during their rookie seasons over the last 10 years, so you can see where the 2025 quarterbacks stand. McCarthy and Shedeur were near the bottom. Gabriel and Ward were below average, and Dart and Shuck firmly stand side by side near the top. When you add the element of rushing, it really makes Dart look like one of the more impressive rookie quarterbacks over the last 10 years.
Good cut. Now here he goes, winding up, going. He's got him! Touchdown! Bellinger!
You know, it's not surprising out of the 2025 rookie quarterback class that Jackson Dart was the best out of the 2025 class. It's not surprising. But anyways, I will be right back. Oh, the press conference is on. Yeah, I'll rewind it. But anyways, I'll be right back. Generational beat. All right. UFC 324 press conference. I am not expecting this press conference to be good, but this is the first one. First one of the year. Boom. All right.
And his opponent, a staple of the featherweight top 10. Now a big-time 5-pound.
After this fight, usually when we think of Gaethje, we think of wars, we think of back and forth scraps. Do you think this is going to be a dominant one-way traffic performance by yourself?
That's our job, isn't it? We're meant to hate each other. That's what everyone's here to see. You know what I mean?
Is part of you hoping that maybe Justin can finally be the one to drag you into a war, take you to the full 5 rounds and see what your medal is made of?
Yeah, of course. But I know I've got that in me anyway. I know I've got the heart and the desire to go 5 rounds with a warrior like Justin Gaethje, but it's not going to go that long. As I say, I'm going to put a beating on him, and it's going to be like he's never had before. And I can't wait to show everyone just how good I am.
Justin, when you hear those comments, does that inspire any sort of fire inside you, or is that just the same talk you've heard from other opponents before?
No, I love it. This guy, I love everything he's been saying. You know, he definitely sounds overconfident. He's out here disrespecting legends like Dustin Poirier. I'm going to dog walk this English fuck on Saturday. Watch.
Does part of you feel like, Justin, you're representing the legends against the new breed here?
One more time.
Do you feel like you're representing the legends against the disrespectful new breed here?
I'm still in it. Legends retire. I ain't retired yet. I'm still in it. The fire is still as bright and as hot as it's ever been, and I cannot wait to fight this guy.
Well, Dustin's never got a nice word to say about me, lad. So, well, I was honest and said he looked like shit against Gaethje. Fucking hell, stop fucking crying, you can't get
That wasn't even the fight you were talking about. You said his last fight.
Which? No, I'm saying Dustin looked like shit against Holloway. That was what I said.
You would also look like shit against Holloway.
Well, we'll see. Once I beat you, I could end up fighting him.
Well, you won't be fighting him.
Justin, you said you want to drag Paddy specifically to the later
There
rounds.
you got a little beef going on.
You just want to test him there, or have you seen something in his performances that make you know you can have success there?
No, it's just what I find the most success. He's weird. He's awkward fighting style, and it's gonna be a little puzzle. I'm gonna have to figure it out through the first round. And similar to my other opponents, I constantly am building momentum, and this is a battle of momentum. And I said, I'm gonna dog walk this motherfucker.
If he lasts that long.
Question for Sean O'Malley, straight ahead. Obviously, at Media Day, we talked about how you and Song kind of hit the scene in the UFC, and you kind of circled each other for a while. So, from whenever Song got on your radar to now, I guess, what do you make of Song as an opponent, and what stands out to you most about his skill set?
Yeah, Song's hungry, he's experienced, he's explosive, fast, hits hard. He's dangerous. He's one of the best strikers I've fought, and I'm excited to go out there and put on a performance.
You've made it known that you felt like you need to win this fight to capture that road back to the title and become the superstar you want to be. So I guess
Sugar Sean.
What did the headline say?
Yeah, he's getting his belt back, by the way. He's beating Song Yadong, and he's getting his belt back.
Yeah, the Sugar Show's back.
I don't
feel
care.
Like every fight I need to win. It's like the Sugar Show, stiffen Song Yadong on Paramount, get more eyeballs. You know, this is the return of the Sugar Show.
And this is the first time we've seen you in the same presence of Song since your first face-off. Song said you hadn't talked to him since. Have you had the chance to talk to him backstage after that face-off?
No.
Question for Song. What do you make of Sean as an opponent? And, what do you think he's bringing to the octagon when he's saying, he needs to win on Saturday?
亚东，你对这个奥马利作为一个对手有什么评价？他说他周六会竭尽全力去赢下比赛。
我知道奥马利是一个很强的选手，但我为之备战了非常久。这场比赛一定会非常的精彩，我会赌上一切去赢下这场比赛。Whatever he talk or he does.
Yeah, I know Sean is also a very good fighter. I've prepared for this fight for a long time. I will bet everything on and to win this fight.
Finally, question for both Dana and Justin. I would be remiss to ask, but Justin, a lot of people picked up on your comments about pay and everything.
I'm here to talk about fighting.
All right, there you go.
Okay, so the guy was trying to bring up Justin Gaethje's financial situation.
Justin, a lot has been made about how maybe there's a new version of you that is more maybe calculated or cautious.
Oh, he's got the Seahawks hat. Yeah, the Seahawks. Yeah, they're beating the Rams, by the way.
You've alluded to getting into the.
And we gotta do with the Patriots jacket.
Is this a fight that you think you can be cautious in?
Yeah, that might be the Super Bowl right there. Yeah, that's the Super Bowl. Patriots versus Seahawks.
I need to fight smart at the highest level. You cannot make mistakes. And if you watch all the champions, they're moving forward. I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to be in his chest. I'm going to put my head in his chest. He got really long arms. It's going to be hard to hit me when my head's in his chest.
And Dana, some fighters have said that the rankings don't seem to matter anymore about getting a title fight. Is that something that concerns you?
What's the question?
Some fighters have said that the rankings don't seem to matter anymore as far as getting a title shot. Does that sentiment concern you?
No.
Voorgamen chirurgien.
A question for Derek Lewis. Derek, you told us at Media Day
Derek
yesterday
Lewis.
that Waldo reminds you a lot of Roy Nelson. You went to a split decision with Roy Nelson, so how do you make this fight with Waldo more definitive?
I'm gonna knock his ass out first round.
And do you feel like you're fighting for a spot on the White House card here with a victory?
Say what?
You feel like you're fighting for a spot on the White House card here with a win?
Nah. If I want to be in the White House car, I'll be on it. But
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense for Derek Lewis to be on the White House card. Why not? Just put him in there.
I'm really worried about it right now. But I'm gonna knock this hoe out Saturday. Then we'll talk about it.
And Waldo, what do you make of Derek comparing you to Roy Nelson? Do you feel like you have any similar traits to him?
O sea, Waldo, ¿qué piensas que te comparó a Roy Nelson? Porque él fue a una decisión dividida contra él.
Yo no sé por qué me compara con él. Sabe que tengo más artes marciales que él. Puedo ser soy más rápido que él. Y vamos a ver este sábado quién tiene más poder adentro en el ring.
I don't know why he compared me to him. I'm faster than him. I got more power than him. I move better than him. We'll see on Saturday what happens about the comparison.
And then for Jean and Arnold, you guys have been very friendly this week, shaking hands and everything, but I feel like this fight is opening the first numbered main card for a reason. So how is this friendship or friendliness going to go out the window, and what are you going to show in the cage on Saturday?
You're looking at me, but John can answer first because I'm the nice guy.
Jean, tá falando sobre o fato de que vocês têm sido muito
And
amigáveis.
about the UFC on Paramount Plus, I actually love the fact that the main card is starting at 9 instead of 10. Just that's much better time for us West Coast East Coast viewers. Much better time.
Vez essa semana. Quando vocês se encontraram, vocês se cumprimentaram.
Ooh, that's some nice
e vocês têm
glasses.
sido bem tranquilos um com o outro.
Yeah, I like
A que
those
se
glasses.
deve você tá tão
I'm not gonna
tranquilo
lie.
com
I like
ele
them.
e tem alguma animosidade?
Hey, Las Vegas. Huff, 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 huff.
Bark if you're gay.
Cara.
Wait, what?
Bark if you're gay.
Cara.
Wait, did he say bark if you're gay?
Só tem que se preocupar mesmo comigo quando alguém me incomoda de verdade. E ele não me incomodou, não. Tá tudo certo. Só vou bater nele.
So I would be worried if he actually bothered me.
I think
He
Arnold Allen said bark if you're gay.
doesn't bother me. I don't care. I'm indifferent, so I'm just gonna beat him up.
Arnold? Yeah, it's going to be a good fight.
Vai ser uma boa luta, ele disse.
Eu tenho certeza. Ele vai fazer 11 anos de UFC. Eu tenho 2 anos e eu já fiz 5 vezes mais do que ele.
I'm sure. He got 11 years in the UFC. I got 2, and I've done maybe 5 times what you've done in this organization.
I I don't have a fucking clue what's going on. The translation is losing me. He's having two conversations and I'm getting a different thing over here. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Ele não entendeu a tradução, então ele está dizendo que não importa para ele. Está ficando confuso com as tuas respostas.
Irmão, eu acho que tá tudo bem. Vai ser uma luta Bom, eu acho legal, vai ser 2 autistas lá dentro e o que tiver o plano melhor vai sair com a vitória. E ele sabe que sou eu. Vamos nessa.
I think everything's going to be all right. It's going to be 2 autistic dudes going at each other. The one that's got a better plan comes out with the win. It's going to be a good fight.
And one for Patty. Justin said yesterday that you're
His
no
press
Khabib
conference has been
Nurmagomedov on the ground, and he's
so
going to
far.
fight you with no fear in that area. Do you think he's going to be surprised about your ground game if it does go there?
Everyone's surprised by my whole game when they fight me. No one expects me to be as good as I am. Everyone underestimates me, but it helps in my favor. Know what I mean? It makes the fight easier for me because everyone underestimates me. And I'm not Khabib. No one else is. I'm me. Know what I mean? And I'm an even harder puzzle to solve. I'm proper weird. You knew what Khabib was coming to do. You don't know what I'm coming to do.
Just lastly for Dana. Dana, you
Dude,
got
I'm
some of
gonna
the most
skip
exciting
ahead.
fighters
I'm
in UFC
sorry.
history up here on the stage.
This press conference has just been kind of mid.
I have
Presenting, you have
eat press conference.
Yeah, I'm about to skip to the
Incredible.
face
I want
off.
to take his head off.
All right, well, hold on. Let me see
Stepping
what
away
Derek
from each
Lewis
other,
had
and
to
it
say.
wouldn't be right if there wasn't thousands of scousers there. Me, lads.
Said that after he beats you, he plans on doing the salsa and dancing. Do you have anything
Salsa?
special planned, maybe, if you get the win?
Shit, I might take my shorts off and do the sauce my damn self.
Él dijo que va a sacar, por cuenta de que dijiste que va a bailar la salsa si gana de él, dijo.
Él puede hacer eso, vamos a decir, es increíble.
He wants what I want to do with him on Saturday is incredible. I'm
on. Obviously, you think this could.
Esto de Derek Lewis se termina este sábado.
Fight.
Armin.
Hey, whoa.
And for that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip to the stare downs because this press conference just been so mid. I'm sorry, it's just been mid. Nothing crazy going on. All right, why is John Silva dressed up as a Sith? As a well, not a Sith, but a Jedi. All right, Thug Rose, Talia Silva. All right, Derek Lewis, Waldo. All right, Mali Sonya Dong. Hattie, Justin Gaethje.
Everyone's talking about Nick Costa yesterday, lads, so I thought I'd pop it up a bit, you know what I mean? Yeah, thought I'd sort the posture out so I'm not looking like the alien off Men in Black.
Thank you, boys.
All right, that's it. All right. Time to play some games. Bro, what a win last night. Like that game was crazy last night. When I played as Texas, when my opponent played as Georgia, and I came back and won. Like I was down by at least 10 points. Somehow I just came back and won. I couldn't believe I won that game.
It's in the game.
Thinking about going with the either the Trojans or Oregon. Now let's go with them Ducks. Why not?
Welcome everyone to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started.
All right, kicking off. I like that. I like that.
And the Ducks will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
music.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And this will be incomplete.
An RPO, that's not going to work.
Second down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Finds his tight end. At the 45 on his way. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. A first down for the offense. Leaves it with the back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back looking for room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
All right, let's get a stop.
Man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes.
We left them open. We left the running back open.
They're the ones that make it go.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They got it at the 25. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And the pass is
stopped him.
incomplete
Okay.
thanks to a big hit.
What a play by
Nice.
the defender
Good
there,
play.
guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Throws to the wideout.
Good coverage.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge.
Makes the grab, past the marker. Touchdown!
He was going to get it eventually.
That baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
I love the aggressive nature in the play calling there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on fourth down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it, they score a touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards.
Time to take a shot.
Oh, intercepted.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes not to...
Got some room to run. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Mark down at the 50. First down for the offense.
New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed behind the line, it's Durham. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space.
Fumble! Fumble way behind the line. Oh, the
got it
offense
back.
lucky to fall on that loose football.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls out.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect.
What? That should never happen.
Still on his feet.
And they're
4th and
showing you their
17, and he
intentions
still
early in
got the
game.
first
It's
down.
4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be
What are we
aggressive, and we're not
doing?
just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution.
Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to pass inside the red zone.
What are we doing?
It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown LSU. Ready to try the point after. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip him in the secondary, make that big play.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Moore to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got it in the middle, it's low. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. Last completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Use the play fake, now to throw. With the catch, it's Jones.
Nice.
Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end.
Kenyon
There to
Sadiq
make
with the
the
1st
tackle,
down.
and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Moore will throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws.
All right, 2nd and 5.
Fires to the big fella. Tripped up for the tackle. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down.
Oh, this is about to be a touchdown. There we go. Let's go.
Touchdown, Oregon! Excellent pass. they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They go 83 yards on the drive, and it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback's got the first. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. From the 44-yard line,
oh, he took out Garrett Nussmeier.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because
I didn't even
everybody on
notice
defense
that.
who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Caught in the backfield, it's Durham. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Finds his man, it's Thomas. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Needs it to keep
Stop.
the drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Finds the tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw on first down. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Wants to throw again. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Right down the middle.
Intercepted.
Intercepted to stop the threat.
What a play. I read him like a book, man. I knew he was going to throw it there.
Break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing.
Scramble, scramble.
He's going to take off. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Moore to the air. Finds his man. It's Moore. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the 1st down.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to make magic. There he goes.
What?
You just can't say enough
I was
about
trying to slide, but that's fine.
His legs are to their success
It's
for
all
the
good.
season, for this game, and really for this drive.
At least
Earlier,
he didn't
he
fumble.
called his own number. It was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Skips away from pressure.
Throw it away.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. There's a timeout.
I want to go for it.
Tight game here late in the 1st half.
I think we can get a touchdown here. It may not be the smartest decision, but I really think we can score.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Moore will throw. Now rolling to the left.
Oh, incomplete.
Incomplete, and that's how we'll
He
finish
had
this
it.
half.
Maybe I should have took the field goal, but we're getting the ball back anyways.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And a good, solid
All right,
pickup
why not?
there
Let's
before
keep
the
running.
defense
Let's keep
knocks
running.
him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. After run, now throw. Throwing on the run. How about a little rhythm that you...
Wait, hold on. Wait, he caught that?
Tap your toe-to on that throw and catch for the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Still got a first down.
He spun that wheel of fortune by
I thought he dropped that pass.
And it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Moore to the air. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left.
Nice. Touchdown. That's a touchdown. Let's go. Go Ducks.
Nice catch and good work to get it in the end zone.
And also the
Oh, please don't quit. The game's tied. Please don't. No way he's gonna quit. Dude, it's tied game. It's gonna be a tied game.
You gotta read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Turning it on.
Bubble.
He just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Recovered by
Go,
the defense,
go.
and he's off.
All the way. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Oregon. And they turn it into a defensive score. Player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Gets it to him on the screen. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run. You got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And wings it incomplete. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here or not.
Stop that run.
They'll make the stop about a yard
Stop
short
the run.
of the first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit, because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. To the air on first down. He wants to go deep. He's got it inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move.
There's no way a short dude
from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
It's third and goal, and a long way from...
Oh,
and he
man,
will
that's
take
terrible
it in.
coverage.
Touchdown, Tigers! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He's into the end
He got
zone
a
for the
2-point
2,
conversion.
and he gives them the lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Hines is way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hughes. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Moore.
Corian
and they
Moore.
make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down. And we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. Wants to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field
good.
that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking for space to the left.
Go, 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 go.
Fires to the tight
First
end.
down.
Big guy tries to barrel in. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And guys,
This should be a touchdown right here.
Here to take the lead
This should be a touchdown.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has 1 stop.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
No.
There was nowhere to go.
Come on now, we gotta score a touchdown. There's just no way.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack,
3 points is
lose
better than
extra
no
yardage
points.
here. Just be smart with the football.
So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter and take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Out onto the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be first.
He's going to run it.
Trust you in the pass
You got to
game.
stop that run.
I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know
Yeah,
you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it.
Nope,
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the 1st down.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again.
What?
Oh, he's got some space. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in it. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, man. That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy, so we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
On the move, he fires.
You have the tight end open.
A strike downfield.
Corner
Brought
route.
down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. He went up top to pick up the last 1st down. Let's see what they have here. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understand the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then rallying to the football and getting the quarterback on the ground.
Dropped it.
It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment.
Incomplete.
Step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to make.
But he has one timeout left. Oh, he quits. He quit. That's a W. Another W. Man, it's 9:38. I don't know if I have enough time to play another game. I do not know if I have time. But instead, I'll get back on Road to Glory. No, not Road to Glory, Dynasty. Even though our season's just been an absolute disaster.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one.
All right, here we go.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So South Carolina's offense will go on the attack first. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers.
Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Boston.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
To the air, it's Moffitt. Rush is on him.
Oh, terrible.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire.
Oh, no, wrong guy.
Intercepted in the first drive.
I did not mean to throw it there. I didn't mean to throw it there.
Touchdown, Missouri! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a...
That was my fault. I did not mean to throw it there.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Flips it out to the back. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a 3rd down stop. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit.
Miss.
The field goal is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. So Missouri's up.
Trainer, what's his rating? (72, 76). Man, that team's okay. This Missouri team is not that good. Well, they're unranked for a reason, but still.
As its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping...
No! I'm just pressing buttons today. Okay, we scored.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Caught close to the marker, it's Boston. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. There he goes.
Good run.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got his man on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Back to throw, it's Moffitt. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Sets up the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
That was a great run. Great run.
Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught over the middle. It's Boston. And he's brought down after a nice gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Snagged out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Never a doubt. That'll bring them to within 4. Looking for a man. It's Moffitt. The sweet feet buy a little time. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Nice pickup on the return, but more important. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust it.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking to throw on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
Oh, what a catch. Touchdown. Finally.
Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's in open space downfield. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff.
Keep running.
You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on! Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Pressure coming. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to pass. It's Moffitt. Got his man down the middle. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the intentional grounding call will be a loss of down, and now it's fourth down. The Gamecocks will punt this one away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the... The give out of the gun. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Boston. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Out of the shotgun on third down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the back on the option, the give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Quickly to the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of the tight end. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. The Gamecocks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. And the Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
This is a good
They'll
position.
try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Timeout is
2
called
seconds
with just
left.
2 seconds left to go. So they'll send out the field goal unit.
Number 21 on the field goal.
For the win. He got it.
Nerves of steel. Right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a
Bowl
bowl game
eligible.
is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending...
Bring the recruiting power of USC. Now we gotta play Clemson, who's number 21 in the nation. He about to go to Southern California. He went to Ole Miss. Okay, he's an Auburn player. Alright, looks like I ran out of time. Alright, hold on. Let me turn off my PlayStation. I didn't even know my Scully was like that. Alright, anyways. Hopefully I'll be back on tomorrow. And there's a snow or a storm coming up this weekend, and hopefully it won't affect my power. Hopefully it won't affect my power, and hopefully I'm able to watch football games this weekend and stream here as usual. If my power goes out, then it is what it is. Not able to stream and possibly not able to post any TikToks. You know, it is what it is. But hopefully that won't happen. And thank you to everyone who tapped in. Even if it was only like a minute or 30 seconds. Thank you. And I will be live again hopefully tomorrow. Have a good night.